Why not XR? What else is the most important thing to do today? That's the question I asked to myself. And once I learned what XR was about, and I also showed up and participated as a rebel in a rebellion, there was no way back. So my knowledge of Extinction Rebellion was very little. Although I did have trainings before the rebellion, I did a legal observer training and I had a briefing session. I went with a completely blank mind. I didn't know what was going to happen. And actually I went there to do my own activism. You probably know that I'm an animal rights activist, and I showed up in my vegan shirt with a megaphone thinking I'm going to do my outreach. And then as I looked around and saw what was happening around me, my life completely changed. I realized that there is something I didn't know about, and I also realized that there wasn't just this massive issue of climate change, but there was a big team behind who are trying to do something about it, and they're really getting it right. They really had something in mind how to tackle this issue. Any kind of disruption to the system, whether it is Extinction Rebellion or just someone coming your way saying you should change your diet or change your habit, it's really a difficult thing today, and no one likes to be told what to do. But I think when we realize that we are living in a time of emergency, a time of ecological collapse and social collapse, which means that we will see everything that we love collapse in front of our eyes in the very, very near future, you ask yourself, what can I do? And this is where XR comes in as an answer to that question. It is the people, it's the people power, it's us who say, we are really scared and we are really unsure. So let's get together and figure this out. So I was extremely inspired by XR, and myself and a friend of mine, whom I just got to know back in April, not in April actually, May, we decided we are going to create an animal rebellion to involve the whole vegan and animal rights community as well in this conversation, also bring in the aspect of animal farming, and also to resolve this huge question about our food system in the UK in particular, how we are going to feed the population here when there is climate emergency, when we have lack of food and water. Many people don't know that we live in the time of the 6th mass extinction, and as one species, the humans, we are not immune to that as well. We had an amazing first day. We went to Smithfield Market, which is the historical largest meat market, and we stayed there for an entire night, and it was the most beautiful memory of October for me, because we were camping inside the marketplace, and we set up a plant-based food market inside the market where normally meat is sold, and this time it was all fruits and vegetables, and it was just so peaceful and beautiful. We were singing songs about the animals, we were showing respect also to the workers, but also grief to the animals. It was a really, really significant moment, and I think it also changed the conversation about veganism and the plant-based food system and how we relate to other people who currently work and are maybe trapped in this industry as well. What we say here is very much in line with Extinction Rebellion, is that we don't blame or shame anyone, because we were all born in a toxic society, in a toxic system. However, this is a time when we come together because of climate emergency and because of our love for everything that we share together. And now this is a time that we can talk about reconnecting to ourselves and reconnecting to our nature as well. So let's talk about how we treat animals, what we use them for, why we use them at all, do we need to consume them, what else we can do. And so this is really a two-sided conversation, and we also want to help these farmers and the butchers to transition, because once the UK will necessarily transition into a plant-based food system, they will need a new job, and we don't want to hurt these individuals. We are not here to hurt their families, we are not here to put them out of their jobs and livelihood. We are here to support every single person and animal on this planet. Climate change is going to reach each and every one of us, and being in a position of power might not be as powerful as it seems, because being the last man standing can be very, very detrimental if everybody else around you suffers. I think I'm an extremely privileged person. I find it a moral responsibility to use this privilege for the most important thing that we are facing today. And I only hope that people around me who have similar privilege will see the same opportunity to step up and really do the best they can. Nowadays I work for a sustainable software solutions company, but this has been quite a long path. I was an engineer and I worked in the oil and gas industry, which is very far from what I do today. I went to do my MBA in the US, so I studied business with sustainability emphasis, which was really sort of the first step on this journey to understanding how economy and ecology and political side and social aspect of everything is linked together, and how we cannot just change one thing without changing the entire system together. This rebellion never ends. We have periods of more higher activity and periods of less activity. This is a constant battle that we will go through. So we really, really need each other, and I think this is my final word.